schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for it. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chin, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try to look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen the days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what is you drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show them this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Second down and a yard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Richardson looking to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Going underneath for Lewis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Richardson. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
They motion the running back out left. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. In motion left is a running back. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jamison Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll get this one into the hands. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Here's Richardson to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Complete. This is Lewis. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Williams, a man in motion right. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they control.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 28 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. Jamison Williams, touchdown, Cowboys. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Yeah, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They get this out left. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Slot man moves right. Richardson working from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Richardson looking to throw. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the shotgun, Richardson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Browns will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamison Williams with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Looking middle, and that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 6. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Richardson out of the shotgun. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarvion Overshown able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Richardson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Good work that time to get them to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws. I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the fourth quarter here of Super Bowl 63.
Ready. Last thing, 19. And 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll buy some time right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Richardson back to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottom.
Touchdown! Chase Brown from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times? It's
beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The short throw to Musgrave. Shifts by him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Richardson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns. They are the champions of Super Bowl 63. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis.